What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to this week's installment of The Lake Show. Now, I'd like to introduce my next two guests, Kaelen Yemma, owner of Struthers Nutrition in Struthers, Ohio, and powerlifter Xavier Bailey. How we doing, guys?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, I can't complain.
Sure.
Semester's in full swing. I'm just ready to be done, that's for sure.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Got started.
Yeah,
Right.
just got started. We got another 4 months to go, so crossing my fingers everything goes well.
Right.
Yeah, you
So-
got this.
All right, so I've been wanting to have you guys on for a while now, just because you guys have different lifestyles, at least in my opinion, to what you guys do. But I know you guys are a couple, so it works so well for you. So obviously, who would you like me to start with?
Go right
Ladies
ahead.
first.
Sir.
Kaelen, give us a little bit of background about yourself.
All right, so I'm Kaelen. I'm 22 years old from the Youngstown area. Like you said, him and our lifestyles are a little bit different, but they kind of go hand in hand. So like I own a nutrition shop, and he'll go into what he's into, but it all goes into like fitness and nutrition. So my store is called Struthers Nutrition. We've been open since August of 2021, so we just had our 2-year anniversary.
Damn,
and-
how about that?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know, it is crazy. It goes by so fast. And pretty soon we're looking to transition into possibly actually new ownership.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's all exciting. Like I'm really looking forward to it just because we're going into like new transitions with like life and me wanting to try other things. Like I'm going to go possibly into the personal training track of things.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically what's going on now.
Is that what you're doing for school?
Yeah, so I started when I started school, I was in for I was undecided, and then I wanted to try dietetics because that like piqued my interest, and then going hand in hand with that, I was like, well, why don't I go into business, because that's when I was interested in opening my business.
Of course.
And then I took a break to actually open my business and have decided, I'm going to put that on pause and focus on what I really want. So right now I'm currently like taking that break from school and deciding if that's really what I want to do. And if not, like that's cool. If so, also cool, but just kind of going with the flow right now.
I understand that. Believe me,
Yeah.
I took a year off of school after I graduated high school.
Yeah.
Not intentionally though. I went to Geneva College for football, but
Oh, really?
yeah, it didn't work out too much
Yeah.
for me, at least.
Tough, man.
It's a tough-
football in college.
Yes.
Full-time job.
Literally.
Full-time
And
job.
I like having money in my pocket, so I made the better decision. I wasn't going to the NFL.
I said the same exact thing.
I'm 170 pounds soaking wet, bro. I ain't playing against no NFL players. But
Feel
Xavier, give me a little bit of a background about yourself, because this is literally the first time you and I have had an interaction
Right.
face to face.
Nice, man. Yeah. So my name's Xavier Bailey. Originally from New Jersey, but moved to Youngstown. And,
You're from Jersey.
Yeah.
No
lived there
kidding.
for a little bit, and then moved down here. Went to Brookfield High School.
Brookfield.
Yeah, big
Okay.
transition. Went from all black to the opposite. So
Really?
it was a little different, but loved it. Everyone at Brookfield, great people. So other than that, yeah, I'm considered a professional powerlifter. Getting into that, gonna eventually become a full-time coach powerlifting.
There you go.
But once we're getting to there, but yeah, not in school right now. Took a break as well, and then I just said, you know what, I'm not going back right now. So
Really?
eventually I will. I started to go for nursing.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it was tough trying to play football and then do nursing at the same time when I was in college at first. So I was like, I got to pick one. And like you said, I knew I wasn't going to the NFL.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was 160 actually.
Really?
I went to a high university. I was tiny. So I was like,
It just wasn't for you at that point.
and I loved it. And then injuries, I tried to make it come back, play JUCO.
Okay.
And COVID sent us home. So I was like, that was my last.
That was
final
it.
straw.
That was the last straw.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's basically the gist of it. Just pick up.
You
put
said
down.
Brookfield, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who was in their call. Hubbard?
We played Hubbard my freshman year.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 17.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a year older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play against LJ Scott?
Yes. And he
Oh
ran for a good 300 on us. Almost.
What?
Yeah. So that was my freshman year. It was good. My freshman year, I was actually about 115, 120 pounds trying to tackle LJ Scott out there like this.
What was he, like 6'2", 215?
He was already at 220.
Oh my
And
god.
then when he would come out, George Hill would come in. And he went to Pitt.
Oh my god. Dude, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Like at that point,
That year, I think they had like 6 or 7 Division I kids on their team.
Really?
Yeah, tough, man. Whooped us.
Whooped you.
Bad.
What was the final score of that?
I think 55-7.
Wow.
Yeah, something or 57, something like that.
Well, that happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it was-
Her brother whooped my ass all fucking through high school. It was ridiculous.
Trust me, I know the feeling. That's basically our rivals at Brookfield.
Yeah.
We would beat them till the last minute, and then they would somehow beat us at the end.
At least you guys made it competitive. Springfield never was.
Wait, where'd you go?
I'm with the Lowville.
Oh, okay. They're not bad now, though.
No, they're really good right now.
Wasn't it Vinny?
Yeah.
Slinging the pill.
Yeah, he's doing good. I'm proud of the kid for being on YSU's team right now.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. I watched the YSU OSU game the other day. Just seeing Bo Brungard on TV, it was just like,
It was good
So
for him.
great.
I played against this motherfucker in high school. It's just like so surreal.
Right.
And like him being my brother's really good friend, it's like I'm just so happy for him to like have that experience.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do great.
Oh, I think he is.
Oh my gosh, I want nothing but the best for that kid.
Literally, I know he was my rival, and I mean your
Yeah.
brother, the Slike boys. Jesus, they still piss me off to this day. But I got nothing but love for the guys because they just made me a better football player in that
Agreed.
a sense like that. So, okay, so we're gonna transition a little bit, Kaelen. So, what made you want to start your own business? Like, what was the thought process behind it, and did Mackenzie Cleveland have anything to do with that? Because I know her very well.
Yeah, and I actually sort of know you through Mackenzie and Brittany because to answer your question, when I started working at Poland Nutrition back in, my gosh, 2018, 2019, all I knew, like, it was a nutrition shop. Like, I loved coming in, I loved getting the shakes, I loved getting the teas. And when I was told like I could do this, like I could make it an opportunity of my own, I was like, oh, say less. Like I want nothing more than to I've always wanted to be my own boss. Like that just always interested me. Not because, I mean, a part of it's like, yeah, I don't want to listen to like anybody else. I don't want to answer
does?
to anybody else.
I don't
But,
even
like,
listen to my own bosses.
Yeah,
Same, trust me.
exactly. But on the flip side of that, it was more so like I want to be able to control the environment for my employees. So like
Okay.
more so than being like, oh, I'm to telling people what to do. I wanted to be able to control like the atmosphere, making it positive, making people have fun and enjoy themselves. So I'm like, you know what? Why not give this a shot? And initially, I wanted to open out near Pittsburgh. So
Okay.
I looked out in like Wexford area, if you know, like
Yeah.
familiar with that. I found a location. I was about to sign the lease and like I prayed on it. And I'm like, you know what? Like something doesn't feel right about this. I don't know why. Like something just seemed off. And so I decided to hold off. And then Struthers Nutrition came about. There's a location in Struthers. My whole family's from Struthers. I'm like, you know what? This seems more like me and
Yeah.
more like authentic to me. And I had business partners to do it with me. And so there was little to lose, really. So like that's kind of where that idea started. And I kind of just ran with it. And it's all been awesome so far.
There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
I have to get in there sometime.
Yeah.
I literally get so caught up in what I do on a
Yeah.
daily basis.
We all do.
I'm literally I'm so like beyond strict with what I do on a
Yeah.
daily basis. Even the slightest inconvenience will piss me off.
Right. I know
So,
how you feel. You want
you know,
that strict schedule.
Literally. And it's not like I crave that, but at the same time, I guess it's just my football mentality still. I have it. It's like you said, you don't like being told what to do. I don't either, but like, I don't even know.
extent.
To an extent.
Yeah.
Like being told what to do in a matter of fact, like in a regiment, like a routine that is beneficial for me. That's why, I make that approach. Basically, that's how I approach my daily life and what I do. Up at a certain time, doing this at a certain time. And obviously I switch it up a little bit if I'm going into work or anything like that. Anything changes are coming up. Obviously I plan around that. What would you say? Take me through a daily routine for you as a power lifter. But actually, before you go into that, what made you want to become a power lifter in the
So-
first place?
Once I was actually all the way out in Kansas playing JUCO football. So COVID sent us home. We ended up buying, me and my buddy Nate, he ended up buying,
Fowler.
yeah.
My
Val.
guy.
Love Nate.
Love Nate.
That's the boy. So we were selling equipment from our old high school locker room at Brookfield. So Nate was like, all the gyms are closed. Let's just buy some shitty old equipment. Oh, I cuss on here.
Oh, yeah. You can cuss, believe me.
Buy some old
I
equipment.
do it every day, man. Oh, you're good.
But he said, he was gonna buy some equipment, and we were just gonna open up just a little gym in his garage. So we started lifting heavy on the most unsafe equipment, and we were like,
Unsafe.
oh, bro, we were squatting on wood platforms that had holes in them.
Nope. No thanks.
You'd be squatting 500 pounds like this, and then yeah,
Dude,
but,
you're asking for an injury at that
Yeah.
point.
trust me. But we were like at that point, and it's that point mentality where it's like we just got to get it in, or we're gonna be upset with ourselves if we didn't get some
Yeah.
type of work in. So then we started lifting heavier and heavier, and I was like, yeah, I could be pretty good at this.
Yeah,
So started off slow, ended up transitioning into a gym on Belmont called Rust Barbell.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and that was a like strictly powerlifting gym at the time. So they basically got me into it, and then started getting coached, people reaching out, like sponsorships and everything like that. And I was like, okay, let me see what I could do with
Let me
this.
test the waters a
Yeah,
little bit.
so-
We'll see how it goes.
Started to do that, and then when I won nationals last year, that's when I realized like, okay, I could really make a name and put a mark in this sport. So
There you go.
having a lot of fun with it. Beats up on the body, but
Oh, I bet.
I don't mind it.
How strict is your eating?
So before like last week, 2 weeks ago, I've always been like a clean eater. I never like eat like McDonald's and stuff unless it's like I'm out or something.
I hate
Don't
that
start.
shit.
Don't
Oh
start.
God.
My friend Austin got a joke that I eat McDonald's all the time.
He does.
No, I don't.
He keeps them in
It's her.
business.
It's her. But it's a lie. No, I mean I used to just go to like Wendy's and I would get a 4 for $4 before I'd work out. But then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can't keep doing that. But as of like starting last week, I'm doing another pro meet in October, so I'm actually going to go down a weight class. So
You're going down.
Yeah, I usually compete 198, but I'm going to compete 181 this time.
Okay.
So my diet actually has been really strict because cutting that much weight and trying to keep focus and everything. Like I feel like I'm lightheaded when I'm lifting in the gym now because I don't have as much weight on me.
Understandable.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get through that. But yeah, I've been salads, same stuff. Yeah. But
God.
I don't mind it. And
Really?
I know it's going to pay off at the end. So
That's true.
hopefully, and I feel good, way better. I feel cleaner, and I feel like I could just lift and do whatever I want right now. So
Yeah.
getting a little stricter, but we're gonna be good.
I'm trying to get back into that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've always had my strict regiment when it comes to the gym.
Yeah.
I know what to do in the gym. But my problem is like the way I eat,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I don't eat unhealthy. It's not like I constantly stuff my face with fucking Twinkies and garbage, but I do from time to time, like let myself go a little bit when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to eating. Sometimes it's late at night. I'm starving.
Yeah.
But, you know, some days, and usually it's when I'm in a cut.
Yeah.
Obviously, I hold back on my calories a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But some days it's like I can't even sit still. It fucking hurts. I need to
you
eat
gotta
something.
eat.
So sometimes, you know, McDonald's is open, even though I've only had McDonald's one time in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And I know that
Really?
for a fact. Yes. I absolutely hate McDonald's.
Yeah.
Nothing against them.
gonna
If they
get
want to
mad.
sponsor me one day, I'll take it.
I don't love it at
But-
all.
Oh, come on.
I am like you, maybe once, like realistically once.
We
in the
just
past
had
4 years,
McChickens, like, 2 months ago.
Because you wanted to go.
Yeah, but I couldn't eat it. And
He
she
begged
was
me to go.
You begged her.
begged as crazy.
Oh, no. In my defense for it, I was drunk. So
I think we were hungover.
Yeah.
I was starving, but I was really drunk that
I
night.
tried
So
to eat it, and it was just like my body
Your
was
body
rejecting it. Yeah.
it. It's not
And that
it.
goes from like eating clean and then trying to eat something like
Yeah.
that. My body
Yeah.
would just be like, no. But I always say it goes back down to how the world is because they make it so accessible to buy fast food, very unhealthy things. And you could buy unhealthy things cheaper than you could buy healthy things. So
Yeah,
if you go to
and
the grocery store.
I absolutely hate that.
Right. And
Like,
it's a shame.
it's it's crazy. I'm not gonna say about where I work and what we sell, but it's just baffling to me in America. The obesity rate.
It's
Like
insane.
it. And I'm not one to judge. I don't like being a dick about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna scrutinize, because here's the thing. I love going to the gym, but I've been scrutinized because I love going to the gym
Right.
by unhealthy people.
Right.
And I'm like, how are you able to open your mouth about me?
And say something about, yeah.
Like, how dare you even think about opening your mouth about me like that? So, I get to an extent we can let ourselves go, but I'm appalled by just that lifestyle, living like that. I can't personally, I can't live like that, and I never will let myself
Yeah.
get like that, just because I've seen what it can do to people. You know,
yeah.
as you age, it's just, I refuse to be unhealthy in that sort of way.
I agree. The guy I was actually talking to at work today was saying, because you could notice when someone was bigger and
Yeah,
lost a little
of course.
a little bit of stretch marks, and I could notice it usually pretty quick. And I asked the guy, I said, not to be rude, but how much weight did you lose? You look pretty good. He said, I lost over 270 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, he's 500 pounds. And I said, okay, so like, what was your wake up call that made you say like, okay, I want to lose some weight? He said they were at Disney, I think he said it was. And he said he couldn't ride none of the rides and he was super depressed. So he started taking it out on his wife and his kids.
Really?
And he said something along the lines of like taking his own life or something like that in the car. And he said his wife like pulled him aside at the gas station, was like, you need to figure it out. He said since then, lost 270 something pounds, and he looks good now.
Good for
And I
him.
was like, see,
I love stories like that.
right. That's why I asked.
I
him.
don't like the result of what it almost produced.
Exactly.
I hate the thought of that, because that is a subject that I know all too well.
Right.
Way too well.
I'm on the same side as you, man. Yeah, lost my two best friends to it, so
Really?
I know exactly. Yeah, I
My
know the
cousin.
feeling. Right.
So,
So it's tough.
yeah,
And I'm a very sensitive person when it comes to that topic too. So
me too.
real big on mental health. And
That's
everything in that
basically
aspect.
that's what my whole channel is.
Exactly,
Really,
man.
at
Love
least
that.
at least in its own specific ways. I have my own certain beliefs on how things work, and obviously later on, I'll get into that a little bit. So, leaning back to that, you're a strict eater, unless she wants to
Go to McDonald's.
go to McDonald's
Or
and call
Crunch.
you.
She's a big Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell girl. Or wait, no, what is it? She's
No,
equally
you-
a Crunch. I like
You
the
like
Crunchwrap
the
Hey, those are-
Crunch Supreme.
Oh, he's calling your ass out.
They make me sick.
No,
Yes.
man, let me get yours next time then.
Okay.
I'll eat
You
yours.
can have mine next time.
Oh, they're so good.
Well,
They are so good. I'll take them,
Taco
honestly.
Bell, sprinting to the toilet right after.
Oh my god, it's bad.
Oh, brother,
But at 2 a.m.,
Hits.
what other place is open that
Right.
tastes that good?
nothing. You can go to Sheetz, spend 300.
Yeah, I mean, I like going to Sheetz, but every time I end up at Sheetz, I need gas. Like, it doesn't matter when it is, and I swear to God, I go to Sheetz, twice a week at least. I always need gas. It doesn't matter if I want the day before. I need gas.
were you
It's
there the day that they had the adult, was it $1?
something like
gas or
that.
something?
I stayed so far away from that, and I was actually on the highway that's near the one near Austin town, backed up onto the ramp,
I believe
wrapped
it.
around, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, I drove all the way down, like I'm heading towards Kent State for some reason, because I thought about getting gas. I figured maybe I'll drive by and see how bad it is. It's fucking
It
horrible.
was all bad.
Yeah.
All bad. I'm not, never again. If there's gas sale, I better be, if I see that pop up in my newsfeed, it better be said posted 30 seconds ago.
Right.
Because then I'm in my car and then I'm going.
First
Yeah.
person in line.
Literally, first person in line. Other than that, no. I'll never
Ain't
touch.
worth it.
No, not at all. So, Kaelen, let's circle back to you a little bit. So, you told us why you wanted to start the business. What's the reason that what kept you going through it? Like, I'm sure there was some struggles at 1st. What kept you going through it?
Honestly, there's a few things, but the main thing, what kept me actually going, is the community and our customers, like building those relationships and like seeing the way it impacted them, just having us be there like every day, just showing gratitude, saying like, thank you guys for being here. Like, I really appreciate you guys being here, and just hearing that. And I would let them know every time they said that, like, thank you so much for telling me that, because I needed that today. Like, whenever I thought it wasn't like worth it, maybe I should stop. Like, just hearing them say that made me, like, honestly, like you said, keep me going, because it like made me feel like, okay, yeah, I did do this for a reason, because it like helps somebody. And I met some of my best friends through there. Like one of my best friends, my sisters now, her name's Alexis. She's been through the worst, like literally the worst of the worst that people could ever imagine. And like I met her through there, and she just like comes in now and just like spends time with me. And like I don't even like, she'll come in 3 different times and I don't even expect her to get anything. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like one of those things. It's not like the business itself, but it's more so like what it is for people.
What it is
keeps me
for people
going.
and what it brings you in a way that's
Exactly.
not, you know, that doesn't involve profits. Like
Right.
the communication with others, like just being able to be there for someone. Like
Absolutely.
I love that feeling, man.
Yeah, there's nothing that beats it, honestly.
It feels very good
Yeah.
to just do some good by that. Anyone who has, curious, how did you guys come across my channel? Was it when I interviewed her sister?
Yeah.
That was when I saw it. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. And like I think I might have seen you share another like episode or something like that. But like mainly obviously my sister went on and I was like, oh, I want to see what this is all about.
I was very happy
Yeah.
with that result.
Yeah.
Even today, you know, I saw what she posted on social media,
Yeah,
and
today.
yeah, I reached out because, and since I've taken more steps to, like, I've turned my life completely around. And, you know, people who have continuously watched me and heard my story before, which, you know, I'll tell a little bit of it later, but, you know, I basically did a whole 180 on where my life direction was going, and I've leaned heavy into my faith as a Christian.
Good.
So, you know, I feel like the past couple days, I've reached out to people who, you know, let's say the course of a week, were dealing with something, you know, and I was helping them out. People have always like relied on me in a way to be, you know, not necessarily a therapist, but someone you can go to.
Right.
You know, I'm not a therapist or a doctor, but I'm able to tell people things like what you should and should not do. Like I know where it leads. Over the past couple of days, I have sent encouraging messages to people like to keep going, but not from the typical stance I used to take, more from my faith. It was almost like, you know, it feels crazy sometimes saying it because I never thought I'd be this much into it. Like I felt like it was God and Jesus like in me, like talking
Right.
to everyone else. You know, you get what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, leaning into your faith, it's done wonders for me. You know, I'll admit I was a believer, but, you know, if I didn't go through any of the motions of believing, do I actually believe?
Right.
So the biggest reason I felt like something was missing in my life, which is the biggest reason why I started leaning into my faith. And I'm thankful every day that my friend Matt decided to bring me to Old North in Canfield. It's
Good for you, man. Good for you.
been there every Sunday for the past 2 months,
Yeah.
except last Sunday because I slept in.
Right. It
But
happens.
it happened. It happens to the best of us. But that's been like my biggest game changer when it comes to turning my life around.
Right.
Have you guys experienced anything in your life that made you realize, like, if anything, that something has to change? Have you guys ever experienced something like that?
You want to go or me?
I would say I definitely have.
If you're willing to share,
I was gonna say
like if it's very personal, you don't have
no,
to.
I'm willing to be open and like with anything, my experiences. I just might give me a minute to think about
Oh, I
something
could
that I
go.
could even share.
You
on.
don't even have to. Like if
I could go. He's good.
go
But
for it.
I got
like you said, I needed, for myself, the betterment of myself, I needed to make a full 180. So I went from being that kid who would go out every weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, go out, and I would look for problems. I would be that person to go out and challenge you to a fight, or I'd be a person to look and be like, okay, I know you can't beat me, so let's I would do something to try to do that. So obviously that was not the true person I am, and I always am very, very thankful for my family, and I'm very thankful for her, because when I've already known her for years and years, and I would tell her before, I already knew she was too good for me, was what I would say. She hates when I say that, but I would say that. And I knew if I wanted to be with a person that is of that caliber, I have to change my life around. So
Yeah.
I always thank her for that, because at one point I was going down a very, very bad path when it was coming to, I was either going to get myself killed or I was going to get myself locked up for a long time. So I thank her for that all the time, because I knew I had to better myself to keep a girl like that. And it does show, like, I think I matured so much from that time, and I still have so much more to do. But it is, like you said, it's great to know, like, I betterment of myself. I changed a lot and a lot. So obviously keep working on myself, but also work towards making us better as one. And then that always helps out too. So yeah, like
The
you said.
biggest thing I even took away from that, you know, obviously the fact that you did it, that's great on its own.
Yeah,
It's the fact that you admit it and you acknowledge it.
I'll always admit it.
What drives me insane nowadays is when people have gone through stuff, but they refuse to acknowledge it and they put it off. That is the most dangerous thing you can do.
Yeah.
I've toyed with that for 5 years before my tipping point last year. Broke down while I was at work. It's not even the fact that I was breaking down. I was paralyzed.
Wow.
I felt like I couldn't even move. It was bad enough. It got to the point where customers were coming up to me. I wasn't even acknowledging them because I didn't even know.
Right.
Then my bosses come over and said like, hey, so-and-so, so-and-so, and this member said that you weren't doing good. And I'm like, oh, so they noticed. Yeah, I went home that night, threw up, and realized like I have a problem.
Yeah.
Multiple problems. And it was 5 years worth of stuff that I just saved up. And, you know, before 2 years ago, you know, it was bad, but it was, you know, I was managing. But then, pretty sure you know this already. My house burned down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your dad, kudos to you guys, like being there for me, like doing that benefit from my friends were on the phone that night, made calls and threw, you know, my family a benefit.
Yeah.
That's why I feel indebted to them. They'll never say I'm indebted to them. I am. I will always be for, you know, the people who have been there for me, looked out for me. But, you know, it's the tough thing is like, I know that I've had people there for me.
Right.
But there's only so much that others can do. If you refuse to do the work necessary
Yeah.
to propel your life into a positive direction, it's not going to matter. You know,
Agreed.
for me, you should always be there for those that you care about and stuff. But at the same time, those people have to put forth the effort in order to better themselves, in order to become a stronger person. And I personally think that's what hardship is all about. You know, it's about breaking you down. Life is going to break you down no matter what, if you allow it. It's just how you respond.
Right.
Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Like no matter what.
Right.
And the thing that I live by now is Philippians 4:13.
Exactly.
I can do all things through Christ which strengthen me. So that's been the biggest thing for me in my life, at least. So
Good, man. Yeah, it definitely is. And that was one thing too, is about people I was surrounding myself with as well. Not saying I was with the worst crowd, but I wasn't with the best. So would get myself into things and would just be like, okay, at that time I got family members doing life without parole. So
Really?
I just thought at the time, yeah, I got a cousin doing life without parole for overkill. So it's
I'm
like,
sorry.
oh, that's okay, man. But I got to that point where I thought it was just like normal. Like I thought, okay, that this is gonna be the lifestyle I live, and I wasn't that kid, but I just got myself into that because
you knew deep down that that's not what you wanted for yourself either.
And my mom, if you knew my mom and my dad and my stepdad, Rick, they're all amazing people, and I was hiding that side of myself from them, so they don't even know like that was me. But I would, they'd be like, oh, like go out, have fun. I never had a curfew ever, nothing like that.
Really?
So I would take advantage of it. But then, like I said, if it wasn't for that woman across the table from me, I might be doing the same exact thing. So it could only take a little bit of time, but you willing to do something, you put your mind to something, and then if it's for someone, you got to make time to do it.
I agree. I think that gets lost in a lot of relationships these days. That's the one thing that kind of pisses me off nowadays. You know, you two and a couple other relationships that I know are exceptions because I see the way you two interact. It's, you know, that's great.
Thank you.
But I hate, and just in general, Gen Z, I think they're horrible at dating in general.
Oh, bro, it's bad.
It's horrible.
Everyone's all social media. Or
Social media this, social media that. It's like stop. I'm not the firm believer of everything should be broadcasted in your life. You know, obviously I come off as a little bit of a hypocrite because this is what I do for a living, but every single aspect of your life, all on display.
Yeah.
No, all the goods, even all the bads. Like
Right.
I get posting the goods, but even posting the bads,
It's
like
where it gets a little, it's a little
that's a
weird.
little gray area.
Yeah.
Like some things you just gotta keep. That's between you and your spouse.
Right.
That's between you
we
two.
talk about that a lot
Yeah.
too, but from the beginning we were like, okay, we want this to be as healthy as we possibly can, so we have to do this, and this. I was really bad at expressing my feelings. I told her that from day one. I was like, I suck at it, and it was really weird for me at first. Now
To
it's
do it.
like, yeah, I'm open and everything.
Yeah.
I love you, I love you, I love you, all that, because it's like I grew into it and she taught me to be that way. So it's like I always say, it's my biggest blessing I've ever got. So
That's one thing that's one thing I don't know if I'll get back yet. Don't know, at least. As far as the meaning of that, I've given up on that. Like for at least for the time being, I got a bunch of life goals that I'm trying to work on now.
yeah,
I don't really have the time for it, or
Exactly.
honestly the want for it, because I just know how it is out there.
it is, and it's tough.
It's tough, and
I'd just say, let it come to you.
that's what
we
people
say.
have told me.
Yeah,
It'll come
I
to
was
you
gonna say,
eventually.
can I just tell you, like, just be open to it, because you know, like you said, like you've grown a lot stronger in your faith. It's like for me, it was like trusting his plan, not mine. And for the longest time, the past like 2.5, 3 years, I was like, you know, like I don't need a man, I don't need anybody. Like I'm gonna go be this boss, like businesswoman, and do all this stuff, like which is like true though. I was like, I don't, and getting to the point where yes, I don't need somebody, but I can benefit from having a partner that could, you know, help
Elevate
grow
you.
and elevate me together.
Exactly.
So like all I would say about that is like don't be completely closed off, because it will happen when it's supposed to. And even though like you might think right now, you know, I don't need that, I'm cool with where I'm at, like it'll come and it'll surprise you. So
Big surprise, man. Trust me.
Probably.
I said the same thing, and then I got
It
a
happened.
message. I got a message one day. I had the biggest smile on my face. Trust me. The biggest.
Yeah. It's not that I'm completely closed off to the idea, because I would love it. I 100% would love it, but it's in God's hands. I'll say that.
Right.
I'm open for it to happen, but only if it's God's will
yeah.
Right.
for me at
And you'll
least.
know.
Yeah, you'll know.
Yeah. And
100%.
yeah, I can go on a rant about someone right now. I'm just not going to. I'm just saying, games. I hate playing games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's
For
no.
you,
Don't put up with nothing either, man.
No, I don't.
Never.
Especially now. And it's not like that I haven't learned my lesson, because I have had, but you know, summer taught me a lot.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Good.
2 months of it,
Make everything.
and
a
then
learning
one
lesson.
day nothing. It's just like I wasted my whole summer. But the previous me would have took that too harshly and everything. Now it's just like, you know, it's my mentality is kind of like on to the next one, but the right next one.
Right.
You get what I mean? Not like I refuse to go 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
Yeah, don't be that.
yeah.
I just refuse to be that kind of guy.
Right.
It's just never been me, and it never will be me,
Yeah. Like
especially now.
Like you said, though,
not
sit
good.
back, focus on yourself.
Yeah.
It'll come to you, man.
Yeah.
I got things I'm working on, that's
Good.
for sure.
Yeah.
Make that. Make the betterment of yourself before anything. At the end of the day, it's you.
Yeah.
It's you versus
Yeah.
everyone.
Absolutely. Well, I'd like to make that an argument, me and my Lord and Savior,
Yes, sir.
against everyone. That's how I feel. So we talked a little bit about how kind of your lifestyles are intertwining a little bit with the fitness. What would you say, like how has your business intertwined with his lifestyle?
Honestly,
My pre-workout. Her teaser, my pre-workout.
for the longest before his last meet, he would come in like before squat days and he would be like, I want a mega T, I want a mega T. So we do that. That'd be our thing. It was cool. He'd come in, spend time with me on my shift. It'd be awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
And yeah, other than that, like nothing really, like we could have probably capitalized on a lot more of that stuff. Like honest, like his friends opening up a business, I could have like did some, I don't know, business ideas with them, and I just really didn't, because like I said, we're kind of transitioning into new like exciting things, but like different ownership and stuff like that. So like recently not so much, but for a while there, like it just makes sense, like with like the energy and like the protein and everything, and then with like the lifting, and like he actually got me back being consistent with my lifting in general, because for a while I remember when we first started like talking again, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's been a month since I went to the gym, and I remember I'll never forget.
flying
He
with
he
No.
shamed, he shamed me so
You shamed
hard.
her.
It ain't
He was like,
flying with you.
Kaelen, no, that's horrible.
Have to.
And I was like, oh heck no, that's not okay. He's not about to shame me. So then I'm like, that that helped me
Hey, you
get
proved
back
him-
in.
you proved
and I
him
proved
wrong.
him wrong. I went
Exactly.
I'm
Good shit.
I
consistent
love
now, and I'm back at it. And we work out together here and then whatever. But he has his plans, his whatever strict plans, and
She
I'm
does
just
a lot though. She does a lot more. She walks on my back. She does everything.
yeah, I do.
She does a lot more than what. Yeah, I got a lot of back problems too.
Oh,
so
geez.
I got her walking on my back.
I've had back problems too, but my mom was a massage therapist by trade, so
Lucky.
yeah,
She does a lot though. That helps intertwine.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah.
So I have to ask this: what's your numbers
Right now, or
Yeah.
what I want to hit.
right now? And what's your weight at right now?
I'm around 185.
This mother.
If I was, to
I'm
do-
about 7 pounds less than him, and he's about to make me feel so shitty about myself.
Nah, it's a thing. A lot of people just to sidetrack off it real quick. I always tell people never like, and I know you're not, but it's like because we train different,
Yeah.
obviously. But I always tell people that are powerlifters, don't compare yourself to me.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't, because that'd be like me comparing myself to other people too, and I don't, because you're there to focus about yourself.
Yeah.
But numbers wise, next meet I'm hoping 650 squat. I have kind of a hairline fracture on my hand.
Oh,
So
geez.
trying hopefully somewhere lower fours on bench. I have to go a little lighter, and then maybe 800 on deadlift.
Jesus
We'll
Christ.
see. We'll see how I'm feeling that day.
We're
So,
gonna go with 800, and we're
with
gonna
800.
go with
We're
it.
gonna make it happen.
I'm 175 pounds, and I can only deadlift 415.
That's still a lot, though, bro. It's a
He's
ton of weight.
amazing at what he does.
That's-
amazing, and
Damn right.
it's what he does
Right.
for like
And
that's his thing.
I know it's two different, lifting styles that we do.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. I do watch your videos, like, it fucking gets me hype. I'm like, all right,
Appreciate that,
I got to try and catch.
That's the thing.
I know for a fact, like, not know for a fact, but I know, that's gonna be tough to catch.
Yeah.
But then again,
See,
two
that's
different
the thing.
training
If
styles.
I
It's,
was to like coach you and have you start training like how I would train,
Mm-hmm.
within 2 months you would be over a 500-pound deadlifter. That's all it is. Sometimes it's just switching up how your training regimen is and your style is, and it is tough. I will say, I tell everyone, if you're not a powerlifter, don't deadlift, because the risk to reward
Mm-hmm.
is really bad. Bad on the back, bad on your legs.
I agree.
It is bad.
I stopped deadlifting for about a month,
Mm-hmm.
just because, and I've gotten it took me so long, but I have good form.
Right.
Like when I deadlift conventional,
thing.
it feels great.
Yeah.
Like when you do it right. But like I said, about a couple weeks ago, I tried it again, and I was already having an off day. It was a sluggish day. I just didn't get much done, but I tried to be my typical self. Let's go deadlift. Because I just love deadlift.
Oh yeah.
Pulled it wrong, and I'm like, oh fuck, dropped. I still got the weight up, but dropped it, and I'm like, nope, done for the week. I'm done for the month.
One little pull and you could
That's
really
it.
mess something
I'm
up.
still suffering a back injury from squatting
Mm-hmm.
a month
Oof.
ago, and
Yeah.
it's tough mentally to come back and be like, all right, don't ego lift. Like I know I could do
Yeah.
more than that.
Right, that's the biggest
I
thing.
know I
I've
could
had a
do
problem
more.
with that before. Ego lifting, it's bad.
I struggle with it, man. Struggle.
But it's just because some of my friends are dickheads. They're
Oh.
never gonna leave. I bench 315. I'm bench 315. I'm like, you motherfucker.
I know the feeling. I go in my locker at the gym and I have notes from Nate. He writes notes on there. He'll put on there. He'll be like, "I'm about to catch you." Or,
Oh, what a dick.
Your workout's
Nate,
gonna
don't
suck.
be doing that
Right,
shit.
That's how he is. But love the man. That's like family to me.
Oh, for sure.
Every time we talk, it's nothing but love. And yeah, shout out to Les and Nate for Youngstown Barbell. Obviously,
literally.
it's nothing.
Again, another place I need to get into.
Yeah, man,
God,
you
I feel
gotta swing
horrible
by.
saying that I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get this, and then life gets in the way, and it's just like I don't.
Definitely swing by, hit me up. We could get a workout in.
Oh God, he might kill me.
Oh no.
He might kill me.
Now my workouts are actually pretty just smooth.
Okay.
After I get done with like the heavy bench squat or deadlift, I'm chilling after. I'll do anything.
Okay. And I asked Fowler this when he was on a while ago. What's your biggest gym pet peeve?
People that don't put their weights back.
He said the same thing.
Yeah, and I know like we're having a problem with that at the gym right now.
I saw a Fowler story. I'm like, oh God, like,
Yeah.
but it's like issue that shouldn't happen,
Right.
in my opinion. Like,
But it
how
happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
I don't get how it happens. I
Like,
don't
how
understand.
Like we had a kid leave 400 pounds on a squat bar and his thing out. It's like, okay, like that's
that's a dick
you
move.
could you could leave one plate maybe on a leg extension or
like,
Yeah.
something. That's
if I go in
understandable.
there, like, and I want to go on it next, I'm not gonna want to take 400
Right. And you
pounds.
were someone tall too. So yeah, if you were up there, you'd have been like this.
Oh god,
yeah.
that would have been
I,
horrible.
I would have needed help.
And it is tough because there is some like older ladies in there or older people
Mm-hmm.
shorter people. They wouldn't even be able to reach it. So that is a
Rack
big
your
pet peeve.
fucking weights, people.
Literally.
And
and quit leaning your plates on the racks too, because a lot of people don't know them things are $4,000 or $5,000 racks. You lean one plate on it, you scratch it up. There's
Yeah.
the value of it.
Oh my.
So
Do you have an alternative method to that? Just flopping it on the ground?
put it back on the rack.
Yeah, okay. Well, when you're moving them around,
I think it's pretty
sometimes-
simple.
Just
Put it back
flop
on the rack.
floor. Yeah. Or put
Yeah.
It on the rack.
You
One of the two.
you gotta give solutions to the
Yeah.
problems when
See,
you
but when it comes to like a powerlifting gym, people know that. That's just one of the like unwritten rules.
Laziness?
You just-
Yeah, you know what the
I think that's a rule in any gym.
yeah,
Laziness
and
in
it
general.
should
I
be,
hate it.
But people are lazy, man. That's what it all comes down to.
Yeah, I have two different pet peeves. What's yours?
in the gym.
what
Honestly,
yours is.
you know what mine is?
Yeah. You might not say it though.
No, I'm gonna say it.
Hmm.
When I'm just gonna use the example of like it could be anyone, but for my gym, it's like younger kids.
Yeah.
Kids.
That's what I was
Yep.
gonna
Just
say.
like they're all like they come in one big group and then they're like all fighting around me and
Yeah,
pushing
and
each
it's
other
true, bro. I've
and
seen it.
Are
throwing
they smacking each
and
other's backs
smacking
and
each
shit?
other
Yep.
and
It's
throwing things and I'm like this.
wrestling.
I'm like,
Yeah.
come on.
And it's not like 3 of them. It'll be like 9.
No,
10.
yeah. And
Oh my
like
god.
I'm like, can I
How do you get
can I
shit
use
done
this?
in the gym?
Can I use this guy?
And
Are
it'll
you
be
done
like-
fighting?
They'll go from football practice to there. It's like, were you guys not working out there? Or was it
Like,
was
what are
too
you
easy?
doing?
Yeah.
Like, oh my
It's
god.
like a hang. I guess an all-in-one wrapped up. It would be like using the gym as a hangout rather than getting your shit done. And
That's one of mine. I hate that.
that's my pet peeve.
not
all in
two,
all.
not the two I'm gonna mention, but that's a big thing for me. It's like I can't even lift with my other friend. You know, I love him to death. Love you, Nick, but fuck, I can't lift with this kid anymore. Every time he's ever asked me, Dom, let's go hit chest. Let's go hit arms. I'm like, dude, can we do something else for once in our life? I couldn't do it anymore. I just like, and nothing against him, but I always loved lifting by myself. Like
agree.
I'll socialize with the people I know, but it won't be for long because I like to go in, do what I need to
Get it
do.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that feeling because I'm getting ready. When I'm about to do something heavy, I have to be mentally prepared. So,
Exactly.
like, I leave my phone over there. My music's loud. or
Loud
on
as
the
fuck.
speaker. People will come up to me, and I get it. Like I coach probably 90 to 95% of the people in the gym that are powerlifters. So they'll come up, show me a lift or something. I'm like, just
Give me a minute.
Give me like 2 minutes and then show me. But they are pretty. My athletes are good with that. They know like they'll see me come in. If I'm looking like this, they know. Like,
If you got that look in your
they'll
eyes,
be
you
like, X has something heavy today, so leave him alone. And they know that. So
that's good.
I agree with you though. Lifting by myself, perfect.
It feels
Unless
good.
I'm with her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We do
if
two
not,
different things.
he'll be there for like 4 hours, and he's like, "I can't help it. Everyone's trying to talk to me." I'm like,
Yeah, I'll be
"Tell
in
him
the
to
gym
shut
4 or 5
up."
hours.
That happens. I mean, a lot of people love to talk. That's for sure. I hate toe shoes. You know what those are?
Which one? Oh, with the toes.
The
like-
shoes that, and I hate those. I know people who wear them at the fucking rec
Yeah,
center.
people
I
used to
just,
wear them at my old gym. They look so funny.
My thing is like, what do you do if you drop something on your toe? Like, there's not much padding. in
there's
it.
no padding. It's, oh my God.
They look so funny.
They look funny, but they look ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
shoes to serve two purposes.
Right.
One, to protect your feet, and so I don't have to look at your fucking toes.
Yeah, them stinky toes.
I hate that's going in my second one. And I'm not gonna scrutinize because you know everybody sweats in the fucking gym.
Oh,
However, body odor unfucking acceptable.
bro, it's bad.
Deodorant,
I
soap, shampoo, toothpaste. It is not hard.
no.
That's not even gym things. That's
That is a life thing. It shouldn't
hygiene.
literally hygiene should not be a gym thing.
Right.
Like that shouldn't even be something I should be getting mad about right now.
No, I agree.
Oh my god,
I
it's
keep a
been so
deodorant
bad the
in my
past 2
bag.
weeks.
People got to do that. Keep a little stick, little travel one inside your
A
bag.
travel
That's
one.
what your gym bag's for.
Literally. What else are you putting in there?
Yeah, nothing.
One thing like my gym bag's packed. I have a drawstring bag. It's packed to the brim every time I leave.
I agree.
Mainly because I lost my fucking nice ass rock gym bag.
Oh,
That thing.
oh.
That thing was state of the art. shoe holder, fucking basketball
How
holder.
much was that?
Oh,
Was it
80
all
bucks.
back? I was gonna say
$80
close to
bag.
it.
Yeah, I was sitting pretty with money
Yeah.
at that. Now I just paid off all my fucking credit cards, so
Oh,
it's like,
there it is.
ooh. Like it feels good, but at the same time, yo, you want to go out tonight? Nope.
Nope.
Priorities.
Unless you're paying for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, priorities for sure.
But fuck, the rec center has just been putrid.
It has it.
Yeah.
I only worked out there one time.
And-
I couldn't even
I've
work out.
actually never
doing
worked
squat.
out there, but I heard is it nice though?
It's nice. I mean, I love the additions that they made. I mean, part of it is when Tressel redid it was him stroking Ohio State's ego.
Oh, was
That's for sure. It looks like a rec room that would be at Ohio State.
Really? Can you just go there and get like a day pass if you want?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
I am not entirely sure how much it is. It's
I'll
just
have to
because
use my old ID and be like, oh, they
you'd
scan
probably
it.
be let in.
Yeah, I might just use that.
Honestly.
It doesn't look like me no more.
I
No,
would.
no snitching.
Yeah.
No snitching. Shut your guys' mouth.
What's on that?
But no, some of these, I swear to God, and it's nothing against them because I don't know them, but
Mm-hmm.
some of these fucking freshmen have never, I swear to God, they've never heard of hygiene.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's
they're
not
like,
bad.
I'm sorry, like, I don't know what you learned high school to college, but guess what? Hygiene follows you
Right.
through your whole life. I'm sorry.
I don't know how people
Yeah,
could just.
yeah,
think.
I might be weird. Like, am I the only one that likes to shower before the gym?
I
Like,
used to.
I
I
do
love
that.
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Thank
You
Holly.
love that.
Hallelujah. Someone gets
Right.
it.
I started doing that after I was like, because when I put my knee sleeves on, I started sweating and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So then these old ones I had, I was like, all right, they starting to stink. So I was like, I'm gonna start showering before the gym before I go, and I still
Yeah.
try to do that. If I don't work, I have to go straight there.
I tell people if like obviously in college people go out and fucking drink all the time, but for a hangover workout, fucking shower before you go to the
Yes.
gym. I do not want to smell your hot garbage water you're gonna push out of your fucking pores.
God,
Like
of course.
so
they
true.
stink.
So
That's the
true.
worst fucking smell on the planet.
Right.
Shower before you fucking go to the gym if you're hungover. That's oh
All
my
those toxins in your body.
yeah. I mean, I'm starting to talk like, oh my god. Have you ever heard of Don Mazzetti? Bro Science Life on YouTube. He's a influencer. It's his alter ego. His real name's Mike Tornaban or something like that. But he started Bro Science. It's like the biggest douchebag you can possibly think of.
Is it funny though?
He's ignorant. He's vulgar, but he is fucking funny.
Yeah,
At least
sometimes
I've
they
always laughed at him.
Right.
Probably because I have a stupid sense of humor.
I'm the
But some of
same
the
way,
shit,
though.
some of the shit he says, it's like, you know, he talked about like the different, what your diet says about you.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about the keto diet, and he says,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that, like, if you do the keto diet, I'm pretty sure you hold your nose when you jump in the pool. It's like stupid
I do
shit
that
like that.
sometimes.
Like, and then he goes on to comparing, and it's like guys who like cats better than dogs
Mm-hmm.
hold their nose when they do a shot or something stupid like that.
You do that?
No,
You
you know,
hold your nose?
I take shots like a champ, especially tequila
We took
shots.
a lot of shots last weekend.
Yes, we did.
At the
You
big
ever have-
game,
It's football season.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, did you go to the Pitt game or the Steelers game?
Both.
both. So we go to my dad gets
So it was a good day and a bad day.
Yeah, Pitt stinks, man.
No, it was just
No, Pitt lost too.
Pitt lost too?
Lost
I
to
thought they
Cincinnati.
what?
Yeah, bro, they poopy this year.
Uh,
We go. We get the home game season tickets for Pitt games.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, makes more sense.
Yeah.
And especially like they got North Carolina next week. And
That'll
they
be a game.
They got Florida State on November 1st. I know Florida State might be ranked 2 or 3 by
They
then. I
probably
can't
will
wait
be.
for that.
I'm ready for this game. I think I'm driving down to Tallahassee for the game
Oh, really? Against Tennessee?
against Florida State.
Oh, really?
Miami versus Florida
Wait,
State.
I thought Miami plays Tennessee, or is that just Florida?
Just Florida.
Just Florida.
Just
plays
Florida
Tennessee this
State.
year? Okay.
They play I forget who they play, but you know, I want the Canes just to if they can lose every other game for the rest of the year, but still beat Florida State, go 3-7, I'll be
Be
happy.
happy with that.
Yes. I fucking hate Florida State. Can't stand them. But my dad warned me if you do go down there, you better keep your mouth shut. You better not start any fights, and you better sit with Miami fans.
It's gonna be us next week or this week at the backyard brawl.
Oh,
West Virginia.
yeah.
See, I can't keep.
There's
my
gonna be
mouth shut, though.
when it
I
comes to
talk so
sports,
much
I can't.
No,
Can't.
You should have heard me last week about this guy in his jean shorts. I was grilling the whole game.
and then hopefully Gene Shorts isn't watching this
Yeah,
because
because
he
I wore
wore
jean
them
shorts.
the next day.
I made fun of this guy the whole game
Because he wore jean shorts.
bullied this kid.
And then I was like, I look over here and I was like, I backpack jean shorts for the Steelers game.
I was like, oh, no, what a hypocrite.
Oh my god.
This looks so wild though.
They look
compared
way
to, like,
better on him
Yeah.
than they did on the guy.
was
Let's just
just,
say it.
like,
How old was this kid?
Well,
he was an
he
older
was like
guy.
our age,
Yeah.
maybe a little older.
But when he was a Cincinnati fan. They were sitting a couple rows in front of us.
It always looks
They were
worse
asking
on the
for
away
it.
team.
They were asking
But they
for
were
it.
like asking for it. So like when I brought up his jean shorts, his whole demeanor changed.
He hurt his feelings.
Like I hurt his
bad.
feelings, and then he said, "So what did he say?" He was like, "You just don't want to wear jean shorts because you don't squat enough." And I was like, "Now that you definitely, I was like, I do it for a living."
Whoa.
I was like, "You might not know me, but
That's-
I know
Now you
that's
just-
not
That's
how
the bear.
disrespect.
Like,
That's some
now I'm
disrespect.
about to come down there.
Oh my god.
I'm always like, oh no, like he's no filter in public, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Do you get
please.
hammered at the games?
I'm like, don't get us in trouble.
We tailgate, so we got a tailgate.
Of course.
For like
Yeah, tailgate,
6
right.
hours before the game.
Yeah, we're there all day. So
6
and then-
hours before
And
the
then
game.
my dad is a football fiend. Like
Good.
he goes to high school games. He don't even know a single person. He just like
He just loves football.
Thursday through Sunday, he'll be somewhere at a random football game.
Hey, he's off limits. Like, leave him be.
Yeah, he's super dope. But like a whole group of Cincinnati kids come by, like 10 of them. My dad's like, "Oh, everyone come over here. Let's take a shot." So he took a shot with all these Cincinnati kids,
Yeah, it's
played
real cool.
cornhole with them. Yeah, we might have took like 10 shots that day. I was drunk that time.
I have to like say
That's it?
no to a few of them.
That's it?
Oh, bro, I was bent. My Irish wasn't
Yeah, I
working.
mentioned I turned my life around. Let's just say my tolerance is still very high up there. Oh, yeah.
What
I
do you
drink,
like?
I like bourbon.
Bourbon.
Oh, ew.
My dad loves bourbon too.
Yeah,
Wow.
he knows. Good old Buffalo Trace.
Oh,
Right on the rocks. I love me an
you
old.
like it on the rocks? Yeah.
Yeah, my friends call me fucking old as
I
hell
was gonna
because
say, I think that's feel like it's an
My
old
friend Austin-
person thing to
Austin
do.
does the same thing. Or he'll do tequila and water.
Just
You like
chilling with the
tequila water.
with the
Tequila and
glass.
water.
Yeah, I do that.
He gets the worst drinks you will ever think of. She don't
tequila and water. I've never heard that shit.
don't want
Tequila with soda water with lime and
Even, you get
First of
soda
all,
water.
it's soda water. That's already bad enough. But what kind of fucking tequila?
Casamigos, preferably. Patron's okay.
Okay.
With the Patron.
I love. Oh my god, my friend told me one.
Casamigos for sure.
My friend told me one day, like we were at the fucking bars. He gave me a shot. I said, "Get me a green tea shot."
Yeah.
Just because I was going, light, and I wasn't even looking. Chugged it back. It was fucking Patron, and I'm like, "You gotta be shitting
That's a
me."
It
horrible
would have hit my mouth.
surprise.
I'd be like,
See,
I
green
almost
tea's
did.
like too sweet for me. It makes my
I could
stomach
kill
hurt.
green tea.
You guys know where Tequila Jalisco is?
In Canfield?
Yeah, around that area.
Around, I think.
It's like right across from Camelot Lane.
Uh-huh.
There's a tequila there. It's called Suavecito Gold. You don't taste it.
No.
It's water. It's basically
see, I don't
water.
wanna
You
get-
can
you know
you
where
can
you
chug
get
a
that.
whole bottle. Let me tell you, you aren't tasting it.
Oh, I'd be in the hospital if I chugged a
Sleeping.
whole bottle.
Sleeping.
My friend Swope used to do that. He would like chug bottles of tequila, or he chugged a bottle of Ciroc this one time.
No. Oh God, no.
Literally slammed it.
Not the
Not-
Ciroc.
no breath. What's the Ciroc? Was either Ciroc? No, Jack Daniels.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
I have it on
Worse.
video.
He's an animal.
He's
a fucking animal.
He stopped doing it because my sister told him, like, and my mom, they were like, "You're gonna go like blind
Yeah.
in one eye, or you're
Mm-hmm.
just gonna kill yourself." So yeah, he chugged the whole
Or
bottle
become
of Jack
an
Daniels.
alcoholic. 'Cause
Yeah.
You don't know. You build that like young.
He literally went outside right after he finished it, threw up, came back in, was normal, was drinking wine like nothing happened. I was like, "Swole, relax."
Like,
Yeah, he's something
take a
else.
breath.
Yeah,
like,
I was
calm
like-
down. Take a breath.
I was
a
on
little
like
bit.
2 White Claws and I was teed over there.
He's
You like
girly-
White Claws?
His girly
I'm a
drink.
girly drink guy.
Oh, come on, man.
He always gets like the like tropical like drinks.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm not.
You love that fruit shit.
Oh, bro, it's so good.
Hey, I will say though, when I'm on the fucking beach or in Miami,
Got to.
Yeah.
You got to enjoy the sweet shit.
Got
Yeah.
Like, except I will always order an old fashioned at dinner.
An old fashioned.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
I have
with
a friend that
old-fashioned.
does
Thank you.
that. Yeah.
At least someone appreciates
wrong
my
with that
taste. My
old-fashioned.
friends hate me for doing that, but you know what? They can grow up. They can grow up. But my one buddy started drinking bourbon. He thinks that I don't know where he got it from because I started drinking bourbon first out of all of my friends, and then he starts to Dom. I tried bourbon for the first time. I fucking love it now, and I'm like, motherfucker, you better give me fucking credit. I got you into that shit, Nick. I know that shit is because of me and me alone. I don't want any BS.
You
If
put him on.
he tells me something else, like someone else put him on it, I'm gonna slap
Be
him.
mad.
Oh, I'm mad, beat the shit out of him. I might go off on him.
Well, this is his warning.
Yeah. Now we know.
This is his warning now. All right. So after all that, I want to circle into one more thing. So when it's the day for a meet,
Yeah.
so talk to me, what's your prep day like? Like, what's the day before leading up to the day of?
Okay,
Like,
so
what's your process like?
usually it depends on, like, there's different federations. That's longer story, but like the federation I'm about to compete in this next month, so I'll weigh in the day before. So
Okay.
I'm actually gonna do a big water cut. Probably lose like 6-7 pounds, get to that 180 range. I'll weigh in the morning, and then I'll literally eat from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. and I'll get back up to around 195. So I could gain. I'll get a liquid IV, everything like that. So usually the day before a meet, I don't do much. So I'm either already like really exhausted from all cutting all that weight. So I'll usually just sit either in the Airbnb or hotel, wherever we're at, just eat, or then we might go do something, just see around, but I have to stay off my legs and stuff as much as I possibly can. So that's usually, day before is usually just chill, watch some sports. And then the day of, I'll wake up, put the speaker on, get in the shower. And then that's when I start to realize, I start getting them nerves. I'm like, okay, like,
Yeah. Like, it's go time.
yeah. And
It's like your
never-
game day almost.
Right.
So
It's never really a nervous as of I'm nervous to lift. I get more nervous of I have 600 plus pounds on my back. If I make one wrong move, it could kill me.
yeah,
So that's
I get
more
that.
of the nerves and more of what I think about. So on meet day, yeah, usually I'm competing in the nighttime this time. So I'll probably just relax, chill, eat as well. We'll hang out, just do little things. And then this is a big meet. So I'm probably going to be a lot more quiet and more mentally focused leading up to it, because it's supposed to be the biggest meet in powerlifting history ever. So,
Really?
Oh yeah, bro. It's set up like a UFC fight. So
No
it's
shit,
a
really?
platform in the middle with like a jumbotron above it, and the seating's in one arena. So
Where's it at?
it's in Manassas, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Never heard of it.
yeah, it's like a real small. It's like 30 minutes from DC.
Okay.
So it's gonna be really fun. But yeah, I'll probably just be mentally locked in that whole time. Then
I feel it,
once I
man.
get that first squat out, I'm like, smooth sailing.
Rest of the day is
Yeah,
easy.
and that's when my energy picks up, and that's when you see me. I'm back there like jamming out. I'm going crazy. But
Curious, what's your guys' go-to like song in the gym or genre of music? If you say Taylor Swift,
Oh no.
like some people I know,
I'm actually
I
not.
might dream.
I don't want to make anyone mad, but I'm actually not like a Swiftie or whatever. I'm just not.
Swiftie.
Like that's what they
I know,
call.
thank you.
This girl on TikTok's like, I don't know what they're called, Swiffers or what.
Whipper sweeper.
But like, no, I like Taylor Swift. I'm just not like a huge fan. Like she's good, but I don't know. Definitely not my go-to gym song. I don't know. It goes back and forth. Like I listen to literally anything, but lately, I don't know if you saw my story. I think it was like yesterday or whatever. I posted this girl I follow, she actually posted a video like spending time with using the gym as an opportunity to spend time with God. So like listening to her worship music and things like that. And so like I was like, you know what, like I could really use some of that right now. And like I said, like I was coming off of like a back injury and I was starting to squat again and I was really nervous and I could use that extra like mental strength. So I listened to my worship music and it got me through it. I was like, you know what, this was great. Like it actually felt like amazing. I think that was like 2 days ago, but I'm like,
There you go.
I'm gonna rock with that for a while and then like go back to like, because like I said, I could work out to anything. I could work out to nothing. Like I could.
That's
it's
one
we-
thing I can't do.
It's
I have to have
weird.
music. Have to.
It's weird.
Unless like I went through bad heartbreak one time. Let me tell you, all I did swipe through messages. That's all I.
that was your motivation.
The forbidden pre-workout.
Yeah,
We'll call that.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've
had
never
some
moved
friends
more
do that,
weight in my
yeah.
life. The amount of weight I moved that day, I'm pretty sure I was in 1,000-pound club,
you
and I
go.
weighed a buck 60 at that
Right.
day. That point, it was
Sometimes you need it.
fuel. It was fuel, but it was ridiculous. I'll never let myself get to that mental state.
Right.
Like if only I could put that weight up now, like it'd be amazing.
Right.
What about you?
I don't have like a go-to song, but it's like it depends on the day. I'm either like straight hip hop or I'm death rock over here.
There you
And, like,
go.
And that's only for-
Metallica?
yeah, like anything in that. So it's either, and that's usually only for like my top set, like if I have something heavy. After that, it's either I'll put either a football game on my phone or Rod Wave.
Okay.
No in
Rod
between.
Wave.
That's
What
it.
a legend.
I'm the biggest Rod Wave fan
Yeah,
there
he
is.
is.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Oh,
No one's ever told me that Rod Wave is their guy.
the new album
Oh my
Friday.
God.
I am ready.
He
I
is
did
his
see-
guy.
My guy's album comes out in 9 days.
Who's that?
Drake.
Okay.
I've always been a Drake.
Wow.
Okay.
I went
Album's not 9 days?
Yeah.
I did not know
He's
that.
got another one.
I didn't
It's
know that either.
For the Dogs. It's supposed to sound like old Drake, like his classic
Ooh,
rap
so you
shit,
might start
which
snapping.
We'll see.
I hope so.
Yeah.
One of his songs got leaked on Spotify, like at least 40 seconds of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it sounds
Really?
it sounds so fucking good.
See, I love that.
I'm a big Drake girl.
Mm-hmm.
I like Drake girl.
I saw him
Drake.
over the summer. I
Did
went to Detroit with my aunt and uncle and cousins.
No,
It
that's
wa-
fun.
People were saying it's gonna be horrible, like he's only gonna play his new shit, and I'm like, okay, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking like 0 to 100, a start from the bottom,
Oh, wow.
like all of his classic shit. Marvin's Room. When Marvin's Room came on, I'm like, oh my God, this is an
I'd have been
experience.
singing it like I wrote it.
Yeah,
Crying and
literally.
everything.
And then he did play some of his new stuff, but it was only like the top end new stuff.
Yeah, so like people know.
Yeah, and then 21 Savage came on the stage and
Oh, awesome.
started with Running, and I'm like, oh my God, like
Love
that was
concerts, man. Love them.
that was my first concert.
Oh, really?
Never been to another one.
Wow.
Oh.
Love concerts.
You ever been to a country concert?
Yeah, I went to the one here.
I've been told that I
What's the
need to
dude's
go.
name?
I know.
Parker
I've
McCall?
been told the same.
No, what was the dude's name? I went last year.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Was
I
it,
just
was it
remember
Luke
it was
Bryan?
dope.
Like
Yeah.
Brian, Morgan Wallen.
It was someone like I'm not a big country
No.
guy. So I don't
He's a
know.
phony.
Yeah, but I was in there with a cowboy hat on. I was having the time of my
I
life.
can't picture you in a cowboy hat.
Oh, bro, you should have saw it. Yeah, that was a good fit. Real good fit.
I stole my brother's. It's actually in my car right now.
Oh, really? I got
Yeah.
mine from my grandma.
Oh, there you go.
She
Yeah,
had
my
her
brother,
nice.
my
I do
brother
wanna
ain't
go to
getting it
one.
back for a couple months. He ain't coming home for
Mine didn't even
till
fit my head.
Christmas.
Remember?
Yeah.
Put it on
Your
FaceTime
big
the other
head.
day. She was like, it doesn't even fit your head. Who's big head?
Oh no.
Wouldn't even fit my head.
Oh, that's absurd. Well, I'm gonna finish off today. I know we've been going a little bit, but
Yeah.
I wanted your opinions on this one thing because I always ask everyone who I have on to at least give their thoughts and opinions on this. In regards to Gen Z, what do you think the biggest issue is in the generation that holds them back from achieving what they want to achieve?
You want me to go or you go?
If you have something, you
I don't got nothing.
I would say, in regards to like holds back, something that could be our greatest tool or worst enemy would just be social media. I think it could hold people back in a lot of ways. One being like comparison and things like that, kind of what we touched on earlier. Like if you're wasting your days away on social media comparing yourself to somebody else, you are never going to move forward.
Yeah.
So like that's going to hold you back 100%.
Yeah.
So like just to like give a gist of it, like that would be my probably number one
Yeah.
thing I would say.
My biggest thing has always been self-doubt.
Yeah.
Like that'll be like I get people deal with depression. I get people deal with anxiety and I get that people deal with stress. My big thing has always been what are you doing about it?
Right.
Like I get complaining about it. We've all complained at one point about the situation we were dealt or been in. But I know so many people who've told me like, "Oh, I want to change this. I want to change this." Okay, what are you doing about it? Nothing. Well, how many days are you going to keep doing that and expecting the same thing? Like,
Right.
how are you going to expect anything different to happen?
Exactly.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Right.
So if you are going to sit day by day and change nothing, you have nobody else to blame.
Exactly. And
It's all on you.
I was gonna say almost the same thing with being time management.
Mm-hmm.
Don't waste time. Especially, that's one thing about the younger generation is to go before that wasting time is do what you love. Is one thing I always tell people as well. Don't try to force yourself to do something you don't love, and
Yeah.
don't think you have to do it by a certain time. You could be 26, 27, 28. You're still young. You're still figuring out your life.
Yeah.
So don't.
You have
rush
time on
into
your
something.
side.
Right. You have the time. So use your time management wisely. Make everything count. But don't think you're in a rush and don't compare yourself to other people because you're yourself at the end of the day.
And people want to complain that some of this stuff gets hard.
Right.
I'm sorry, but life is hard.
Hard,
If you want to excel at anything, like at the highest level, it doesn't matter if you're a doctor, you could be a lawyer, fitness influencer, business owner, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Whatever you want in life to excel at the greatest height that you can reach, it's going to be hard.
Yes.
You're going to have to put in the work.
And there's always competition.
Exactly.
What are you doing to level up? Be different.
There's always someone out there trying to outwork you.
Exactly. Exactly.
no matter what.
Exactly.
And that's something that I live by.
You got to think as competition.
No, I have my lazy days. I'm pretty sure a lot of us do.
Right.
But I remind myself, like, what are you working towards? Like, what are you doing? Why are you waiting around?
Yeah.
It's not going to fall in your lap. Go out and attack it.
Exactly.
So that's basically what I'm all about now.
I agree with that, man. I agree. I just was reading a Derek Jeter quote. I can't remember it right off the top of my head, but my friend Isaiah actually said it inside of his video. I have it pulled up real quick. Let me say it real quick.
Bring it up.
I watched it. I saw you shared it.
Yeah. It says there may be people who have more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do. And I believe that, which is true.
It's very true.
Very true. And when he said that in his video, I was like, I haven't heard that in a while. And I was happy to hear that. It really refocused me. And I said, okay.
And I think it's also the fact that people are afraid to fail.
Yes.
Like, failure is going to be your biggest teacher. Like, if you are miserable right now, you can have all the talent in the world for something that you just don't know yet.
Yeah.
If you just sit around and just not try and at least attempt to.
Exactly.
If you are just miserable in your life right now and you don't even want to take that leap of faith, well, guess what? I know it's going to be scary to take that jump, but I know how miserable I am right here.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Like, I know I'm miserable here. I'm going to take that leap of faith,
Right.
which I wish more people would do in this generation, but I feel like they're just so crippled by failure. It's
Exactly.
Yeah.
but
Everyone needs to fail, man. You just have to.
have to.
Have to.
And
it's
people are going to say, like, when's it end? Like, when do the failures end? Guess what? It doesn't.
Yeah.
You make room for more and you just grow from that and you learn from it.
Everything's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Treat it as
Every victory is a blessing.
Exactly.
Every failure is a lesson,
Exactly.
in my opinion.
That also goes for like failed relationships. Like you said earlier, I'm like scared. I'm scared. And then like you said, I feel like I wasted my time. I think it all like works out in your favor for you because it taught you like what you don't want. And like it helped you learn like, you know, like moving forward, I'm going to make this a conscious decision to like only pursue people that do this or that don't do this. And it's like, same thing. It's like failures are not always a bad thing. It's like it does end up teaching you in the long run. So it goes for like life, it goes for relationships, it goes for business ideas, everything.
It goes for everything in life.
100%.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and talk to me today.
Appreciate you
You
having
know,
us
it was a
on.
pleasure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Is there any final words you'd like to say to my audience? Maybe going forward in life, maybe if they want to start powerlifting or maybe if they want to start their own business, what advice you want to give to them?
Don't powerlift. Don't do it.
I knew he was
Don't
going
do
to say
it.
that.
I'm hurt. But no, I appreciate you having me on, and I appreciate the audience as well. Hopefully everyone tunes in, and it was a blessing, and it was great to be here, man. So
Absolutely.
thank you.
For sure. I appreciate it.
Yes, I appreciate it as well. Thank you for having us on. Of
course.
And anything I would say is just like he said earlier, go with your gut and with what you want to do. Don't try to be a copy of anybody else because in the end, it's whatever feels authentic to you and roll with that. And it's your life, not anybody else's. You don't have to answer to anybody else but yourself.
Yep. And come get a mega tea. Struthers Nutrition.
Yes.
Struthers Nutrition, check it out. Youngstown Barbell, go get a lift in.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
Thanks again, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that's going to wrap it up this week on The Lake Show, everyone. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave some comments down below. I'm your host, Dominic Lako. God bless.
Thank you.